I'd like to take you through two examples of some very basic five-page websites that make money selling physical products or services with completely free traffic. Now, this is the same strategy that we've used to generate over 18,000 a month on complete autopilot with very little work from us. So, what I'm going to be sharing with you here is two live examples, and these are obviously live and current and up to date. The first is larspoolheater.com, and this was actually the very first site that we set up following this method. When we literally accidentally fell upon it, it just came about as I guess, an experiment or an accident. And as you can see here, we're ranking number one in Google right now, and other search engines for Lars Pool Heater and Lars XL3, just as some examples. And if you go to those sites now, you'll see that they're very simple. They're very simple sites, very easily constructed, really basically done, and it doesn't require a lot of work. So here's a little bit of an overview. The setup time was about 30 minutes. Promotion time was about an hour, and it's currently in page one for Lars Pool Heater and Lars XL3, which is a product model of one of the product ranges from Lars. And the results to date, or the result so far this month, and this video is as of the 15th of June, is $194.19 made so far. Now, what's interesting is that if this has been going for 18 months now, I guess, maybe 20 months now, November '08. And what's really interesting is that this thing just keeps on ticking over. It's just one little site that took us, an hour and 30, 2 hours to set up, for that we haven't touched really in the last 20 months. And it just keeps on ticking over. It keeps making sales, and we do nothing for it. We just keep getting the checks in the mail. Well, we keep getting the balance increases in our affiliate network accounts. So this is about a simple system. All right. Now, the second example I want to give you is in the digital photo printing space. And as you can see here, it's number one for Snapfish versus Shutterfly, which is just some services, that people use to do their photo printing. And it's also on the second page for Snapfish itself, and you'll see here that there's some pretty heavy competition for some of these phrases, 7.6 million, 1.5 million. And I mean, it took us very little time to do this, right? It took us very little time to set these up, to get these going, and to start making money from them. And with this one, again, setup time about 30 minutes. Promotion time was a little bit longer for this, an hour and 30 minutes, whole 30 minutes extra. As page one for Snapfish versus Shutterfly and a few other phrases, as page two for Snapfish. And the results is about 225 a month in income. Right. So, and again, this is the same site, just keeps ticking over, keeps doing its thing. This is about setting up simple sites that make money consistently on autopilot that you really don't have to do anything for. You can set these things up, as with the example with the Lars Pool Heater site. It's been there for 20 odd months now. And we haven't touched it since. We haven't made, done any more additional promotions or any additional, link building or anything else. It's just set it up once and, do the little bit that you need to do and set it and forget it. It's as simple as that. Something that people get wowed by or I don't want to say coerced, because it's a strong word, but you get wowed by these big numbers of seeing, hey, you can make $1 million a year, and hey, you can make, $6.3 million, and how I did it, and you can do it too. And the truth is that, for the average person, it's just not the case. These guys have been doing this for 10, 15 years. They've got, contacts upon contacts. They've got, massive lists. And the truth is, if you're starting out, it's unlikely that you can replicate those sorts of results. Which is why something like this is real. This is about setting up sites for products and for services, that people buy every day. This is not the money making niche. It's not Forex. It's not. Weight loss is a good one depending on what you pick, but it's not your typical niches. This is stuff that the average person looks for on a daily basis, right? They use this stuff, and that's what this is about: setting up simple sites, and anyone can do this. So it's not about product creation or information marketing or anything that's even remotely difficult. This is beyond the easiest thing that I've ever done or ever come across. It's about setting up simple sites that make a few hundred a month, and they can be literally set up in hours. You talk about the average person. They've got a family, they've got a job. They've only got maybe an hour or two at night. They've got a couple of hours on the weekend where they want to build a business on the side. They want to build their income part time, and this is the perfect thing for that. You build one of these a month in 12 months' time, you've got enough money to quit your job. You've replaced your income. So for this, it's not about making the next $1 million. It's about making the next $4, 5, 6, $10,000 a month. That's all it really is about. And for most people, that's life changing. That's enough to pay for their mortgages, enough to pay for their car loans, enough to pay for the food every week, their bills. It's enough to give them a lifestyle and make the choices they want to make. So why is it important? The biggest thing in this is that it's normal evergreen products, right? And what that means is that everyone buys it and they'll keep on buying. It's not like this is, in the dog training this or the make money that or the Forex, over here. It's just evergreen products that people buy day in, day out, and you're just saying, hey, go over here and purchase from these guys. And you make a bit of money on the way through. It takes very little time to set up. 1 to 3 hours of setup tops. If you're just starting out, then hey, 3 hours. But 3 hours, really, come on, that's not a lot of time. And as you get your skills down, as you can do this and replicate this over and over again, it's actually very, very simple. It's very, very quick. And it requires very little technical knowledge. One of the biggest frustrations that I've personally experienced is when you're first starting out, you don't have the knowledge of HTML. You don't have the knowledge of how to build a website. You don't have the knowledge of how to do AdWords and lots of stuff. You need something that's simple, right? And this is very simple. There's very little competition. It's easy pickings, and especially as a beginner, some of the sites that we set up and our students have set up have rankings in 24 hours. They start making money in 24 hours because the competition is so low. Surprisingly, people talk about niche marketing and they talk about, go after niches and whatnot, but the reality is niche marketing is almost dead. There's so much competition out there, but the way we do it, there's very little competition at all. Going after the sites that we do, they're going after the styles of products that we go after, you can get results super, super quick. And it makes money quickly. So the fastest we've had is 24 hours. That's our personal fastest. But typically from a brand new site, you're looking at about 2 to 4 weeks to make a sale. Because at the end of the day, you do a little bit of work and then you forget about it and you see the sales roll in. It's as simple as that. And I guess at the end of the day, what we're all looking for is something that's autopilot, something that we don't have to be, sitting there day in and day out, finger on the pulse. Is it working? Is it not? Something that just blows my mind is people will often trade a job in the real world where there's some semblance of stability for a job online where they've got to sit there 18 hours a day, tweaking their campaigns, tweaking their next offers, tweaking their, whatever. This is about complete autopilot system. It's you set it up once and you forget about it, right? So what is it? It's called the consumer wealth system. And we created this literally out of a mistake. We found out about it through an accident of researching or analyzing one of our sites and where we were making money from. And we found out that most of our income was coming from, doing something very, very specifically that we didn't even know we were doing. We didn't even realize it. So as soon as we started focusing it, our affiliate income exploded. It's kind of like the 80-20 rule. Go after the 20% that produces 80% of results. Stuff the other stuff. Don't worry about the other 80%. Just do the stuff that works. So that's what this whole thing is based around, doing the stuff that works. All right. So there's 9 modules, and they take you through step by step, and it'll help you to build these sites exactly the way that we've set them up. Right. So you can see, a few of the examples we've got there before, but this is how you can do it and replicate our success. Right. It takes you through how to find those super profitable products. Those products that are just, so amazingly good that you're ranking in 24 hours and making money very, very quickly. Right. How to beat the pants off your competition. At the end of the day, no money's made until you're number one, or at least on the first page anyway. But if you don't know how to beat your competition, how do you expect to win? So this, a component of it is the competition is so easy, but I mean, you still got to be able to beat them, and it is literally dead easy. So how to have sites like this set up super fast. And I mean, worst case, if you are a complete beginner, it's gonna take you, oh no, about 3 hours, right? Best case is about an hour. So, and I guess the best part is this course is just $77. I've been told or I've been recommended that I should, be charging 2, 3, $400 for this stuff because it is so simple. It's something that anybody can take and just go out and do. There's no Houdini tricks, there's no secret ninja that. It's just follow these steps and you will make money. It's as simple as that. So have a read below. There's a few testimonials, there's a few, bits and pieces that would be really interesting, but basically just click on the add to cart button and I look forward to helping you grow your business. Thanks.